Geopolitics is no longer the same as Europe steps out of America's shadow and debates a more independent path in global affairs. France is pushing Europe away from Washington and urging to act more independently in global affairs. Paris is also encouraging continued dialogue with Moscow amid restoring its own technical-level contact with Russia. France is urging Europe to rethink how it handles security and diplomacy. Paris says the continent should not rely entirely on decisions coming from Washington. French leadership is encouraging renewed communication channels with Moscow. The argument is that geography and long-term stability require some level of engagement with Russia without any third-party involvement, which surely hints towards snubbing US. Officials say this approach does not mean abandoning Ukraine, but rather ensuring Europe makes its own political choices. The emphasis is on European decision-making rather than external direction. At the same time, tensions with the United States are becoming more visible. Trade disputes and disagreements over strategic territory have raised concerns in European capitals. French leaders describe the moment as a warning that global alliances are changing. They argue Europe must strengthen its own influence or risk losing relevance. The so-called Greenland episode is being discussed as proof that US priorities may shift quickly. Many policymakers now see autonomy as a necessity rather than an option. Some European voices now see future security arrangements eventually involving Russia in some form. The idea is framed as long-term stability rather than immediate normalization. Together, these developments point to a broader geopolitical adjustment. Europe appears to be positioning itself between major powers rather than standing under the shadow of the US. France is increasingly leading this debate, shaping how the continent responds to shifting power dynamics. The outcome could redefine alliances that have lasted decades.
The world doesn't stop, neither do we. Subscribe to Midday for news that matters.